She consumed some alcohol and was a little bit impaired. But at the same time, if someone had put some in her drink, the toxic
for this, we are reactive people, and I know everybody want to know what happened. Everybody put out their own stories. Let's talk about what actually happened. Let's talk about what the video actually shows and where we are, all right? And since y'all being very impatient, thank you. Andrew, what's the facts?
Well, first and foremost, thank all of you all for joining in, and thank you other activists out there for being on the front line too, and everybody out there with the protests, and everybody out there with the prayers. But the video showed the young lady in the lobby, and I watched her from the lobby walk to the elevator. Now, whether something, and I'm saying this because the toxicology hasn't come out yet, we know she consumed some alcohol and was a little bit impaired. But at the same time, if someone had put some in her drink, the toxicology would show. So that's very important, and we're waiting for that. But she did walk into that elevator, and she was trying to possibly get back up to the ninth floor, but she might have pushed the button, or the button was always pushed already to show lower level, and the elevator went down.
Okay.
So she got off the elevator. I can see where she was staggering, as they said, and she got off. She went to the stairway casing. The stairway leads back upstairs. So
she was by herself throughout this.
By herself throughout this whole complete ordeal. I watched and looked for cameras everywhere. They showed me cameras everywhere. She walked to the steps. She did a little stumble trying to get up there, but she turned around and went back the other way. Now, she was still walking kind of wobbly. She did fall into the wall, and she started opening up doors. So she opened up one door. She went in, came right back out. She wasn't in there. You can tell she was looking for doors, trying to get back upstairs to the lobby. So she went from door to door. She went in this door. She didn't stay long. She went in there and came back out. She was basically trying to find her way back to the lobby. As she continued down the path,
and she went to the bathroom and everything.
Yeah, she went.
What's some of the doors she did go in?
One of the doors she went in was the men's washroom. That door pushed open. She came right back out. She pushed in, came right back out. She went inside another door. She came right back out. She was checking doors to see, to me, how she can get back upstairs. So she went down toward this unsecured area that she went, and the camera shows it, and it shows where she went. When she went in, the doors wasn't secured. She went right in. There was a freezer part there where you all see, where you all haven't seen it yet, where she had walked back. There was no one in there. The place, they don't even use that part no more as a kitchen part. And it has two large freezers. So she walked back there, and as she went inside that door, she opened it up, which you can open up. It's just like a big steel door. It don't take much to open it. You open up that door, you take one half a step, to your right is another door to another freezer part. She had to open up that door to go inside of there, mainly trying to find her way back to the lobby. In saying that, if she was so impaired, so we don't know what's in the toxicology, but the door closed and the other door closed, and it's dark inside of that little freezer room. So she probably got scared, tried to find her way to push that door out, but it was a safety knob there that you can touch like this, and that door will open. And I was in there with the detectives. I was in that freezer, and I was scared even being in that freezer, even in there with them, and I was in there by myself. I can understand the part where she was at with the motion camera up there, that when somebody walks, it turns that way. Where she was, you cannot go no farther. That's it. You cannot hide back there. You can't go no farther. If anybody was back there, they would have came up. They had to come out that way she came. Now, that's the negligence on that motel establishment there, that place was closed down and nobody shouldn't have been back there. Now, it's very easy for you to get in there and that door to close, and in that freezer, lights out, it's air shut tight. If you had a room in that motel, you had a child, a son, your son and daughter get on that elevator and all of a sudden start wandering around and pushing doors, your baby would have went in there. That door would have closed on your baby. You'd have been looking for your child. It's an accident that was waiting to happen, and it lies within that motel unit there. Who owns that motel? They should have secured that area. If locks was on the door like they was on the door when I got there, they had locks on there, so I couldn't get in. But they didn't have no locks on there when she was there. If they had them, she probably would have turned around like she turned around at the other doors to find her way back upstairs. And sad as I hate to say, we got to find out what's in their toxicology, and whatever's in there was in her system. Then it needs to come out. Then if it's something illegal, the focus goes back to the room and the people that was inside the room. If they know something, they need to say something. That's somebody's child. That's somebody's baby. And that unit freezer that she was found in.
So why was the freezer on?
No, to me, the freezer wasn't on. To me,